Got people also watching from Cambodia, and my mom's watching. Hi, Mom. Who else have we got here? Please let me know where you guys are from. Hi. I'm actually coming live from Perth, Australia. I'm here staying with my parents at the moment. Hi, Patrick Henry. Hi, Priya. And it's been a really wonderful this trip for me. I haven't seen my parents for a year and a half before this trip, and to be back with them is just amazing. I have people watching from Thailand, Mexico. Hi. Hi, Sawadika from Thailand. Hello. I'm so excited to share with you guys like the story behind RYF. If you guys haven't heard it yet, it's available on all streaming music platforms internationally. Hey Jason. Hi everyone. Also shout out to Moni Chernado. Hi Ceci. Who else have we got here? Hi, Sir Nazy from Ilocos. Hi, and Espergine from Southern Leyte. Hi. I hope you guys are all having a wonderful end to your week or Sunday. Maybe you're with your family. Maybe you're taking it easy. Maybe you've just gone to church or done a church service online. But I'm sending you my love from wherever you are. Hi, Mama Justine. And it's just been a really whirlwind of a year, hasn't it? And it's just the same, you'll see, with the story of how RYF came to be. Well, for those of you who have seen my Miss Universe journey, RYF stands for Raise Your Flag. And it actually came about during the Miss Universe competition where all of the contestants, once we get called into the first semi-finalist, as a semi-finalist, in my year it was 20, and we had a one-on-one interview with Steve Harvey, who was hosting that year. And his question for me, well, I actually have the video here just as a little recap, because why not?
From Africa and Asia Pacific.
Feels like forever ago, guys, but it still gives me all the feels every time I see footage from my year.
I'm fantastic, Steve. I know you're happy to see me.
Yes, I'm happy. The Philippines loves me. Listen, you're a singer and a musician. If you were going to write a song about your experience here at Miss Universe, what would you call it?
Well, you know what, Steve? As a Miss Philippines, I've always felt the love and the support of the Filipino people.
So true.
And I think I brought half of my country here tonight. And so I would name the song Raise Your Flag, because I stand here not as one, but as 104 million Filipinos.
Yeah, and so that was the first ever mention of Raise Your Flag. And if I can take you guys back to that moment. For that personality question, we're actually, every single contestant, all 95 of us, were given that question beforehand. I think it was 2 days before. And so I saw my question beforehand, and I was thinking, what would the song be if I were to write a song about my journey? And something that's always stood out to me in my journey, and something that I always try to mention whenever I'm asked about it, because it really is so poignant and so memorable for me, is the outpouring of support that I've received, not only as a Philippine representative, but from the day that I submitted my application for nationals at Binibining Pilipinas. I really felt so much love and support, and I felt so lucky. I felt like one of the luckiest girls in the world, because it was a scary risk for me, and I think a lot of us can relate to when we go after something that perhaps we may fail at. When we put ourselves out there, when we try and do something new or try a new opportunity, it always comes with a little bit of fear, right? Because you just don't know, will I succeed or will I fail? And I just had so much support from everyone, just like I have the support of you guys watching today. And it became one of the most memorable things of my whole Miss Universe journey. And as a representative, I don't consider myself as just an individual on the stage. I consider myself as my country's representative, as it is my country's name that is across my chest, not mine. So that comes with a lot of weight, right? And a lot of responsibility. And that's exactly what I was thinking of when I was going up on stage. I wanted to carry the story of my people, the story of my country, and of course, a very internationally recognized symbolism of representing a country is a flag. And I felt that all of us, every one of us girls, all 95 of us, as we were there, we were raising our flag. We were carrying our country. We were proud to be there, proud to representing each of our cultures, each of our heritages, each of our communities, our families, and of course our country. So Raise Your Flag came about. And at this point, I'd like to say hi to everyone who's tuned in with us. Hi. Hi from Thailand. Also, hi Alea Petalino. Hope you're well. From the Philippines. Hi, everyone. And from Bicol. Hi. I miss you guys back home, but I am very happy to be here with my family, with my parents. And so that was the first mention of Raise Your Flag. And I had a submission of questions here on my phone, so I'll just read them out for those of you who sent in your questions to my IG live, on my IG stories little question box yesterday. M. Chili Neres asks, how did you come up with RYF? Is it more of a personal conveying message or patriotism? So I feel that RYF, or Raise Your Flag, for me has evolved. At first, when I was on that Miss Universe stage, it was really about my journey in Miss Universe. It was about representing my country, about being proud, showcasing our culture. I utilized a lot of storytelling tools as videos and social media to really try and not only spread awareness about what we have to offer as Philippines to my own countrymen, but also to other people who may not have ever seen the Philippines or visited the Philippines. So it really was born out of a patriotic type of spirit, but now RYF has evolved into something different for me, and I hope that it will for all of you, and I'll go into that a little bit later. But it definitely started with a patriotic spirit in mind. And Jer Espinas asks, how do you feel when the iconic answers of your Miss Universe is now a song? It's super surreal, guys, because if only you knew, this has been the longest time coming. And I'll do a little bit of story time of how this song came to be. For a long time, I thought that it would never be mine, that I would never be able to lend my voice to it because it just didn't feel like the stars were aligning. But I'm so happy that they finally have. I'm really grateful to Star Music and Cornerstone Music who have allowed me to put my voice to this track. And it's really something very personal to me. I did not write this track. I did not write the lyrics. The original lyrics were actually written by Sir Jonathan Manalo and Trisha Denise, but it's all inspired by things that I said during my journey. So if you can look at the lyrics, we're all in this together. Raise your flag. I stand here not as one. Like, these are little tidbits of things that I've said from my journey, and I was so flattered when I was told about this song. So I would love to tell you guys and share you guys, when was that? When did Raise Your Flag first happen? Or when was it first presented to me? So I was actually a reigning Miss Universe, and I had won in December of 2018, and around February, I was meant to go home to the Philippines for a homecoming. Was it February? I think it was. And what happened is I was presented, or Miss Universe, since as a reigning Miss Universe, I'm completely and exclusively managed by the Miss Universe organization. The song was presented to them as something that I could record and then perform at my homecoming concert that was held in Araneta to celebrate my victory of bringing home the Miss Universe crown, and to celebrate with all of my mga kababayans back home, to celebrate the victory at Miss Universe altogether. And actually, Miss Universe said no, said that I couldn't do it. And of course, I completely trust their decision. They looked after me so well, and they really guided my career as a reigning Miss Universe, and they just felt that this wasn't the right thing for me. And I was so sad because it just felt so special. It felt so flattering that One, this song was written inspired by my journey, inspired by the things that I've said on my journey to pageantry, through Miss Universe. But also when I hadn't even had the opportunity to hear it, but as a singer, I just thought that, it would have been so impactful if I could put out something inspiring in the form of music, because I really believe in music. Music is one of my favorite mediums because I just feel like it has the ability to connect people from all different races, languages, because music is something that's universally understood. So I was a little bit bummed, and then when I came home to the Philippines for my homecoming as reigning Miss Universe, I heard the song for the first time on stage, and it was performed by KZ and Critico, and it was just an amazing song. It had this anthem feel about it, and in a way I was sad that it wasn't my voice that carried it, but KZ is such an impeccably talented singer with so much soul, and it was a really proud moment for me to have two great and talented artists really give life to a song that was made up of words that were inspired by my journey. So they performed it at the homecoming concert in Araneta in 2019, and it was just surreal. Just hearing it, just seeing people, like it was the finale of the show, and it was a really special moment for me. But I never forgot about it. I suppose it was always one of those sayang moments for me na kala ko talaga it really wouldn't be for me. It wouldn't have my voice to be able to give its own meaning to that song. Fast forward to 2020. I had just finished my reign. I had come back home to the Philippines in early 2020. But before I go into my next story time, thank you to everyone who is logged in and is tuning in on their Sunday. Hi from Leyte. And also, hi Remeshal. Nice to see you here. Thank you. And watching from Thailand, Sawadee ka. Hi everyone from the Philippines, from Vietnam. Hello. Hi Nino Franco. And hi to all my friends who are watching, and my mom is watching too. I'm sure my dad is peeking into the side and watching also. But yeah, it's great that you're all here with me. Thank you so much. I hope that you guys have heard the song. If you haven't yet, it is available on all digital platforms, Spotify, Apple Music, and I hope that you will send me your feedback if you love it. It's really special to me, and I'll go into even how I came up with the vision for it also, and also what's to expect down the line, but I just wanted to share a little bit of the story time behind it. So, Ali Ananzako asked, how was the process behind RYF, or Raise Your Flag? So in 2020, I had finished my reign, I had come back to the Philippines, and I had my heart set on pursuing music, because it's just something that, I know I say a lot that if you have a dream, it's valid. Like I'm a believer that if you have this dream in your heart, or this ambition, or this desire, I don't feel that it's by chance. I think that it's put there for a reason, by God. If you're not religious, then by the universe, or whatever it is that you believe. But I don't think that it's just for no reason. I think that we all have this yearning or this dream for a reason, and music is just one thing that is in my heart. And so I often struggle with feelings of, am I good enough to be in the space of music? I feel like I have to prove a lot to myself, and it's just been another challenge that I've really looked forward to kind of learning in and growing in, and it's been so wonderful to be surrounded by so many amazing artists, from my Cornerstone family, from giving opportunities to perform with so many talented people, and I just feel like I'm always growing. But the process behind RYF was Sir Jonathan Manalo, the one who wrote the original and also produced it, approached Cornerstone and myself because he really wanted me to have my own version, as was the initial push, but it just didn't so happen because I was a reigning Miss Universe. And at first I was kind of apprehensive because the version by KZ and Critico was just something that I fell in love with, because when I heard it, it gave life to the song. It had so much soul and so much meaning, and I I really, really loved it. But given the opportunity to be like, hey, do you want to have your own version? I was like, yeah, it would feel right too, because it is inspired by my journey. It's all the lyrics are things that I've said, and I actually requested, would it be okay if I change some of the lyrics? Because since it is from my point of view or from my expressions, there are some things that I would like to interject there. And they were very open. Sir Jonathan was very, very welcoming to that idea. And as an artist, as someone who's a creative, I really thrive when I'm given opportunities to collaborate and to really add something into the mix. It really allows me to feel fulfilled. And so